Okay, in this video we are going to look at the Springfield model 1903 rifle. If you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you could, become a member. Now this rifle falls into kind of a strange category. What we're looking at is, I believe, from the serial number lookup, and that the receiver was made, if I can get this to focus, in 1907. And from the serial number, it is under 300,000. This makes it part of that controversial low number receiver type of Springfield. But let's look it over and I'll explain to you what it all means. So what we have here is a Springfield 1903 in the configuration of the original guns. And you can see the scroll and everything on this. The rear sight, which the later 03A3 models had the rear sight there and were simplified for manufacture. The stock, and all that other fun stuff. This particular gun was missing the stacking swivel. But when you look up here for the barrel date of this rifle, you're going to find, if I can get it to focus, hold on. Okay, this wasn't agreeing with me, so I had to get some of my magic chalk. And it's a high standard 5 date of 5th month 1944, and the ordnance symbol. So this gun was reworked and rebarreled. I forget what they call them. The low numbered receivers or whatever. I guess when the 03 models came out, there was an issue with the either the heat treating design. It's a very complex story and you really don't get a straight answer, but supposedly these receivers failed because of inadequate heat treatment or design or something. So these are the low-numbered Springfields that you would hear about. But obviously, from what we've seen, during the war, these things were rebarreled, reworked, whatever, and probably issued. Now, I don't know if they reheat treated the receivers and rebuilt the firearms or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of conflicting information about it, but obviously if they did that, they were reissuing these guns for a reason. Oh, well, because of wartime production. And it's your standard ordeal here. And on the flag, if we can see it, on the safety, it says ready when the safety is off and safe when it is on. Safe. We have the standard Springfield magazine cutoff, which is on, which means it's a single shot. And when you place this magazine cutoff to the middle position like this, then the bolt can be withdrawn. I got it just about hanging out there. I can't do this anymore with my hands. And then, when in the off position, the bolt hold open works and you can feed from the magazine. So I think everyone quite knows that, but it's just an interesting older look at an older Springfield 03 setup. Let's take a look at it. Uses the stripper clips. and the rear sight. It's a bit more complicated than the lower models. And looking at it from the bottom, this one has the straight stock and all milled trigger guard, floor plate, everything, you know, the way they made stuff back in the old days. No stampings on any of the parts of the receiver and that. And then we come up to the standard where, like I said, the stacking swivel is missing and the forward barrel band. Now, while this is a wartime reworked version, it is one of the low serial number receivers, which I remember when I worked in a gun shop a long time ago, we got a consignment and there were like 10 of these rifles showed up, and almost all of them were rebarreled like this one during World War II. Some still had the original, you know, they probably weren't low receivers, and some of them still had the dates of like 1918 and that, so it's tough to find one. Now, if this gun was in the original condition with the 1907 barrel, it'd be a different story on to the value of this piece. And this is another one that was sent to me for appraisal research by someone, and I'm just kind of verifying a lot of things, but you were told not to fire these, that they were not safe to fire with the serial number range of the receivers and all this other stuff. And I guess as the story goes, there were some incidents. They were pulled out of service, put in storage, and like I said, I don't know if they were reheat treated later on and totally rebuilt into rifles during the war, you know, making them safe for issue again. I have no idea. But then again, like I said, I just did the research on it. That's all the info I can find. But there you go. It's a nice overview of an old Springfield. Alright, thank you and stay tuned.